UFC 319 just wrapped up a little bit ago, guys, and holy shit. This was like an insane card, okay? I'm not gonna even lie, the early prelims and the prelims were a little mid, okay? My predictions were looking a little rough, but the main card I went 3 right, 2 wrong, 3 for 5, not terrible, not that good either though. 60%, could have done a lot better, but holy shit, I learned a lot tonight about a bunch of different dudes, okay? So let's start off with the first fight on the main card. Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. This fight was shocking. You know what I mean, real. Before I predicted this fight, I was thinking Tim Elliott's wrestling is very strong. He's very, very, very good at top control. And I was thinking Kai Asakura's takedown defense isn't amazing. It's decent. But I was thinking, okay, Tim Elliott could definitely take him down and ground upon him and just lay on him all 3 rounds. And I thought that was his only way of victory. I didn't think he was going to submit him. I didn't think he was going to TKO him. I didn't think he was going to KO him or anything like that. You know what I mean? But he shocked me. He was looking really good on the feet. Honestly, he did better on the feet than Kai Asakura did. Looked really fast. There's no way he's like getting towards the end of his career. He's looking insane. He looks like he's in his prime right now. I want to see Tim Elliott fight the higher up guys. I want to see how good he can get. I mean, like, he's already like how long into his career. It's like insane. He totally just fucked Kai Asakura badly. Like, it was bad. Like, he out-wrestled him, took him down with a clear shot, got the mounted guillotine. Bro, this was like insane. He whooped Kai Asakura. I think Asakura needs to get cut from the UFC, if I'm being real. I don't think he's UFC worthy. I think that he can't really beat many UFC fighters just based on, he wasn't really striking that well either. Like, he's known for his striking. He's pretty fast, but he doesn't like throw a lot. He doesn't pressure. He doesn't go for it. He looks like he doesn't want it. And especially on the ground, he got messed up. So, like, it wasn't really that close of a fight. So, it was a pretty sad fight. And Tim Elliott showed that he's next level. He can still compete with the best guys. So, I want to see Tim Elliott fight a higher up guy. I don't know who, but someone ASAP, because he deserves it. He's really fucking good, and he proved that tonight. His style's so awkward. I was so weirded out by it. It was so awkward, but it impressed me. I'm not gonna even lie. And I want to see who's next up for Tim Elliott. I'm really excited to see it. It impressed me, and I give my props to Tim Elliott. Okay, moving on to the next fight that happened tonight: Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page. I'm not even gonna cap, guys. This fight pissed me off a lot. Okay, Michael Venom Page is very unstoppable. His striking is fucking, it's insane. It's crazy, okay? But I don't like it. I'll be real, I don't like the style. It looks entertaining to a lot of people. I don't like it. I feel like he avoids fighting. That's what it looks like. I know that just might be his style, and it is his style, but it looks like he avoids fighting. He doesn't want to get into the scraps. That's just not who he is. If he tries to, he'll get dropped, okay? Tonight, though, he looked a lot stronger than Cannonier. Obviously, when he got on his back in the 3rd round, obviously he didn't look stronger. But in the clinch against the cage, he looked strong. He tripped Cannonier. Like, he made Cannonier look like nothing in the 1st round. And I was like, oh, shit. And he's just so cocky, bro. I don't like MVP, bro. I mean, like, I like him as a person, but, like, his fighting style, I hate. I feel like he avoids the war. He avoids the fight. I mean, it's good for his head. He barely gets hit. I feel like he just runs a lot. But I will say, once he throws, he does damage. He dropped Cannonier twice. So, he will be problems. I think he should stay at the middleweight division. I know he said he has a lot of unfinished business in the welterweight division, but I think he'll do better in the middleweight division. He's a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and hits a lot harder. Honestly, he has better cardio, it seems like, too. But I will say this. His grappling needs improvement. His grappling needs a lot of improvement. He got laid down for the whole 3rd round. Okay? Honestly, I think it should have been, it was like 50-50 on who won. Okay? So, 1st round, obviously, clear MVP won. 3rd round, obviously, clear Cannonier won. 2nd round, it could have went either way. So, I feel like this fight could have been a split decision. I feel like this fight was very close. I think definitely MVP did the more damage. Cannonier kind of just laid there. MVP definitely did more damage, so I see why he won. But, guys, he's going to be a problem. He really is. Like, his striking's another level. That's why I put him in my top 10 strikers. Like, currently, and I feel like of all time he'll be up there too. His striking's next level. It's scary, guys. I think that him against a strong grappler, like obviously how he was against Ian Gary, he'll get messed up, definitely. I think the middleweight division has much stronger guys than him. I mean, he did show tonight that he could compete with Jared Cannonier, which is a fucking huge middleweight, like build-wise. But he did really good in the middleweight division. And I think that he can compete with a lot of these guys in the middleweight division. A couple guys he couldn't compete with, but I think he could be up in the rankings somewhat. But I think he probably would succeed a little more in the welterweight division because a lot of them are more his size and fit better with his style, if you know what I mean. But I was very impressed by MVP. Jared Cannonier looked really good in the third round, just laying on the motherfucker. He couldn't really do anything. Jared looked very slow tonight, obviously because MVP is very fast and made him look really slow. But I was very impressed by MVP, and I'm very excited to see what happens next with MVP, okay? Right now, it was looking rough for my predictions. But then, Carlos Prates fought Geoff Neal. Bro, I told everybody that Carlos Prates was going to win, guys. It fucking happened. Spinning elbow. Bro, like, he was looking so crisp, okay? I was so confident in this shit. He walked in there confident as hell, chopping those legs down with those leg kicks, because Geoff Neal, as we know, does not check leg kicks. Overall, outstriking him, keeping that jab out there. Geoff Neal wasn't doing anything. He was dancing around the ring like, you know, kind of like MVP, bro. Not to that degree, because MVP was literally dancing. He was acting like he was dribbling a ball. But Carlos was, like, literally running around the ring like, okay, this is my shit. He was feeling it. He was in the groove. And then with, like, 3 seconds left of the first round, spinning elbow, knocked him out cold. It's awesome, but it's also kind of sad seeing these fighters get knocked out like that. You know, you want them to be okay at the end of the day. And I'm glad he was okay at the end, but holy shit. That was insane. I'm going to be real. I didn't think it was going to be a knockout. I thought that it was going to go, like, the distance. I knew Carlos was going to keep that distance well, like I said, that no one agreed with me with. Keeping the distance, keeping the jab out there. He kept the distance real well. Last second, Geoff Neal came in a little, spun, that spinning elbow, smack dab right on the temple. Nighty-night, Geoff Neal. Beautiful performance. Guys, Carlos is a problem in his division. I want to see a fucking rematch against Ian Gary. I really do. If he fought the way he fought against Geoff Neal tonight, he would fuck up Ian Gary. I don't want to hear it. I know Ian Gary has much better wrestling, but he did stop literally basically all of them. All of Ian Gary's takedowns he stopped. Okay? Now if it's just striking, he's fucking Ian Gary up. I want to see him fight these guys again. He is honestly a problem in the welterweight division. I think he has a chance, maybe not to win the title, but he's going to be a problem in the top 5. He really is. I could see him giving Shafkat a really fucking good fight. I could see him giving all these guys good fights. You know what I mean? Strong wrestlers really won't do anything because his takedown defense is strong. And strikers won't drop him because his chin's strong. Keep smoking them cigarettes, Carlos. It's fucking working for you. It impressed me tonight with that spinning elbow. I screamed a little too loud when that happened. I was so hyped that I got at least one fight right on the main card so far. It looked amazing, though. Can't diss him at all. Beautiful performance. Keep doing what you're doing, Carlos. It's working for you. And you'll be champion. Possibly sooner or later, okay? Maybe, though, because that division is really fucking hard. But anyway, moving on to the co-main event. Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Okay, this fight was scary. I'm going to be real. Pico looked fucking tough, okay? He came out there. Guns blazing. He threw those body shots. Okay, bro, first of all, let's start off with this. He threw a body shot like really early into the fight. Kind of the same way as he did in Bellator. Bro, it landed crisp. Exactly how he used to throw. Holy shit. Lerone was hurt. And then he took Lerone down a couple times. Lerone's takedown defense was not looking good. His boxing was looking like shit. I was starting to think like, damn. Pico's going to be a problem. I thought he was going to win. I thought he was going to knock Lerone out. I thought he was going to knock the wind out of him with those body shots, but didn't end up happening. Bro, 2 spinning elbows in a row, in a one card. That's not likely. Holy fuck. It was insane. But Aaron Pico, he was outboxing him. He was out-fighting him. He was in the clinch beating him. He was out-wrestling him. Overall, everything. And then he fucked up. He dropped his hands. And out of nowhere, Lerone hit him with a spinning elbow right in the temple. Knocked him out fucking cold. And then Lerone continued he punched him right in the face one time, which was not needed, okay? He saw the ref coming at him. Holy fuck, I thought this guy was dead. I was scared. I wanted him to give up so bad. He would look like he was shaking. His eyes was going in the back of his head. I didn't like it, okay? But holy fuck, that's the fighting game. I was impressed. Now, hear me out a little bit. I wasn't that impressed by Lerone Murphy. I'm going to be real. I get he won, and I'm glad he won because I predicted it. But Lerone Murphy, I thought I was going to do a lot better. I think he got lucky with that spinning elbow. That is obviously technique, that's skill. It's not really luck, but it's a little bit of luck that it landed, okay? It was good timing on his part, so I guess, actually, I take that back. It's not luck, but Aaron Pico needs to stay in the UFC, and he needs to keep getting fights higher up. He could beat a lot of the top 15, even the top 10, okay? He's a problem. He's a fucking problem. I want to see him against John Silva after the Diego Lopez fight. One of those guys. Yo, that's going to be an insane fight. Lerone Murphy does deserve the title shot, obviously. He's been waiting for a while. He did beat Pico. Even though he was losing in the beginning, he does deserve a title shot against Volkanovski. But Pico impressed me. At first, I thought he was going to win. I thought he was going to knock him out. Pico shouldn't get shit on anymore. I shit on him. He deserves to be where he's at right now. He needs to get more fights higher up. He needs to be high up in the rankings. He deserves it. He's skill for skill amazing. You can tell he's a great fighter, really well-rounded. He's a great fighter. You know what I mean? I give my props to both of these guys. I'm glad they're both healthy. I'm glad everyone's healthy after these fights tonight. But Lerone Murphy, holy shit. His boxing was looking all right. I guess, like, not better than Pico, but Pico got dropped, okay? So it's a win's a win, you know what I mean? He was losing in the beginning, definitely getting fucked up in the beginning. I thought he was going to get dropped. He went like, oh, you can tell it hurt the body shot. Obviously, who wouldn't get hurt by that shot? But he got the spinning elbow, like Carlos Prates, fucking finished the fight. So, good on his part, guys. You know what I mean? Good on his part. Deserves the title shot. Aaron Pico, though, I give you so much respect. You're a tough fucking dude. Came in the UFC debut, fought a number 6 ranked guy, high up guy, and almost finished him. So, you deserve a high ranking, and you deserve to get a fight sooner or later once you recover against a really high ranking dude, because you're a fucking beast. Both you guys are beasts. Moving on to the main event of the fucking night, guys. What did I tell you guys, huh? What did I tell you guys? Khamzat Chimaev fucking won. Okay? He 50-44. 50-44, 50-44, 50-44, 50-44, guys. He did it. It felt so good, guys. You know what I mean? All you guys in the comments saying Dricus was gonna, outwork him. Oh, Khamzat can't last 5 rounds. He can't do that 5 rounds. And now I'm getting comments, everyone coming back. Oh, you were wrong. Khamzat did win, but he didn't submit him in the first round like you predicted. You know what I mean? All this shit. Okay, he fucking won. He did what everybody fucking said he couldn't do. He went in there all 5 rounds, never got tired. He looked like a new fighter at the end of the fight. Kept fucking taking him down, destroying him. You guys saw the fight. I don't even need to go through it. He mauled it. 50-44. Dricus didn't do shit. Dricus did impress me a little bit at the end, though, with this. First of all, I'm going to give props to Dricus with a couple things, okay? His submission defense was insane. He couldn't stop the takedown, but he could stop the submissions. He didn't get, even close to getting submitted once. He actually got closer to submitting Khamzat than Khamzat did with Dricus. He was a warrior. He fought through it. He reversed positions a couple times. Got that guillotine and tie at the end. I was fucking screaming. And then Khamzat popped his head out, probably because he's sweaty. But holy shit, that was close. Guys, this fight was something I really learned from this fight. A couple things, okay? I'm going to go through this. Starting off with Dricus. Dricus is a tough motherfucker. No matter what, you got to give him his props. He went through there. He didn't get finished by Khamzat. I know he got out-wrestled really badly, okay? Badly. That was probably the most dominant fight. It was the most dominant fight I've ever watched in UFC history. And I've watched a lot of fights. That's the most dominant fight ever, and no one can debate that it's not. DDP is a tough guy, though. I think DDP still beats a lot of the higher-up guys. He beats basically everyone, in my opinion. Basically everybody. But I'm kind of Thinking, who's going to fight Khamzat next? RDR, Kyle Barallo, and Mavov. Bro. I think Barallo definitely gives him the best fight. Khamzat Chimaev. Very boring style. Very fucking boring. I'll give that, okay? I'll be a little more, not such a glazer to Khamzat, okay? I know a lot of people glaze right after people destroy people. Khamzat Chimaev. Very fucking boring style. Kept going for that takedown, kept shooting, just laid on him, trying to get the submission the whole fight. It was fucking boring. It just felt so good to be right and prove all the motherfuckers that said I was wrong and I didn't know shit about MMA. And I even got some motherfuckers saying, only guys that know MMA or are knowledgeable about MMA believe that DDP will win. Obviously fucking nah, you moron. But, sorry, back to this. Sorry, I didn't mean to rant. Back to this. Khamzat's very boring. Very boring. And I think he is beatable. Okay? I know I did that video, okay? Like 2 videos ago about saying he's unbeatable. He's beatable. I think he is. His grappling's not beatable. His grappling's not beatable. One bit. I will say though, Dricus' takedown defense was awful. Okay, it was terrible. But he was able to stop it I think twice. But his sprawls were looking decent at the end. If Khamzat fights a guy that has heavy hands, fast reflexes, and great takedown defense, he will lose. If you looked, DDP was outstriking Khamzat. Khamzat did not want to be on the feet with DDP. You saw him, he got stunned a little bit. You can't say he didn't. He got stunned a little bit, and I'll admit it, he did. He doesn't want to be on the feet with DDP. He needed that takedown. If it wasn't for that takedown, if DDP was able to stuff the takedowns, he would have lost. I'll be real. I'm not going to be capping just because I predicted Khamzat to win. He would have lost on the feet. DDP has fucking heavy hands, and he kept moving even though he was getting laid on the whole fight. Khamzat definitely needs to work on his striking a lot. A lot. Going back to who I said he'd beat. It's 50-50, you know what I mean? Fighting Islam Makhachev, that shit's 50-50. He won't be able to control Islam Makhachev the way he controlled DDP. That's the biggest thing. Islam Makhachev's striking's way better. His jiu-jitsu, his wrestling's way better. None of that shit would happen to Islam Makhachev. So I honestly think it'd be close. Maybe Islam wins that. You know what I mean? I don't know, guys. It's close. And then you look at guys like Kyle Barallo. Barallo, great jiu-jitsu, great IQ, better striking than Khamzat. You look at guys like that. He may be able to defend the takedown. If he gets on his back, throw up submissions. You look at a guy like Mavov in his weight class. His striking is so explosive. What if one of those punches land on Khamzat's chin? What's Khamzat going to do before he takes him down? You know what I mean? His takedown defense is really good. Now, he shoots right away and he usually gets it. I'm not saying he wouldn't get it on these guys. But what I'm saying is, because once he gets a guy down, they're not getting up. That's just straight up. They're not getting up. He's too strong. His squeeze is too strong. What I'm getting at is before they get taken down, a hard punch right away to his chin drops Khamzat. I'll be real, Khamzat's chin didn't look like it was that good tonight. He got stunned a little bit a couple times. I mean, he still shot for that takedown, you know what I mean? But I think a really good striker with good takedown defense could beat Khamzat, and it could be problems for Khamzat. So these upcoming fights might be bad for him, you know what I mean? I mean, RDR, awkward style, great jiu-jitsu, different than DDP on the ground. That might be some issues there. And then you look at Kyle Barallo, like I said, at Mavov, Islam Makhachev. Below Muhammad, I think he mauls, obviously. But then you look at guys like Magomed Ankalaev. He's a solid striker. He hits fucking hard. He's a weight class above Khamzat Chimaev. And then he's great at the grappling department, you know? It could go either way. I'm not going to break down each one of those fights in this video, but it's iffy, you know? He dominated DDP. I'll give him that. He fucking killed DDP tonight. And I love that I proved all you wrong. He proved all you wrong. That he didn't get outworked. I want to make that clear before I end this video. He didn't get outworked. He out-wrestled Dricus du Plessis the whole 5 rounds. And didn't get tired once. Kept up the pace every single round. And looked like he didn't fight by the end of the fight. Remember when I said in my short, I hope my prediction's not right, and that he proves everyone wrong and goes all 5 rounds? Yeah, that's what the fuck happened, okay? So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the outcome. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to be delusional like certain guys. There are guys that will give him great fights, and I'm I'm nervous to see. I got to really break those fights down whenever something gets announced. But he's going to have problems with guys with great takedown defense and great strikers, you know. Even if they have great takedown defense, he's still going to be able to take them down because, you know, he's another fucking level with wrestling. Best grappler I've ever seen in the UFC ever. Better than Khabib Nurmagomedov. Boring style like Khabib Nurmagomedov, but better wrestling and grappling overall. It's going to be interesting to see where his career goes. I think he definitely needs to defend it a couple times in the middleweight division before he moves down or up. We got to see him against these fighters. You know what I mean? But Dricus is still up there too. It's going to be interesting in the middleweight division. The middleweight division's hot right now, okay? So that's my opinion on this card, guys. On the main card, I went 3 for 5. Not that good, but it's decent too, okay? Khamzat Chimaev proved all you motherfuckers wrong that doubted him. Happy about that. But I was wrong too about him beating everybody easily because it won't be easy. He needs to improve and keep working and getting better with his striking. That's it. Grappling don't need to get no better. You know what I mean? It's his striking that needs to get better. His striking defense too. That's the biggest thing. The defense is the biggest part. His offense needs to get better, obviously, but his defense needs to get a lot better. You know what I mean? So shout out to Khamzat Chimaev for becoming the new champion, the middleweight champion, and proving everybody wrong, okay? Give him props. And just enjoy it, because there's some tough fights coming in your future, Khamzat. But, thank you guys for watching. You can't doubt me, guys. I know this shit. I know you guys always say, like, okay, you're a casual. You don't know nothing about MMA. You're not knowledgeable. Well, obviously I am, guys. You know, I train too. I know stuff. I'm not delusional. I know sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I overhype certain guys, but, you know, I'm going to say how it is. And this is how it is, what I just said. You know what I mean? But it was a great card tonight. Hope all you guys watched it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment more video ideas down below. Give me your guys' opinions on how these fights went. If you guys agree with me with Khamzat's future and the rest of the fighters' futures, okay? Very impressed with performances tonight. And they're definitely going to be swimming in those bonuses. You know what I mean? So have a blessed rest of your guys' night. And thank you guys for watching again.